Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth, and today we're going to be diving into some of the McFarlane figures that are based on a video game from Batman. Now the reason I have these two big guys out here is NECA has actually been there, done that, and as you can see, they've done a really good job at what they did. I would like to say we got these two from Arkham Asylum, Batman from Arkham Knight, and we got Deathstroke over here from Arkham Origins. Now that gives me hope, because I'm hoping McFarlane will knock out an Arkham Origins Batman, because I know this wasn't a Rocksteady video game. It was a WB Montreal, or Montreal WB, whichever it was. But I think they actually designed the best looking Bruce and the best looking suit. I really dug all the design from Arkham Origins. Absolutely loved it. And I know it was just kind of a gallery for the villains, and it was a reskin of Arkham City and all that. And then we got Arkham Knight over here. You can see this guy's a brute, and they did a really good job on his design. Some people have opinions about the Arkham Knight suit. I actually dig it. I think that the Arkham series gives us a realistic, fundamental design for these characters. They've basically taken everything that makes that character who they are, they shaped it and gave you a version where it kind of carries from game to game and not much changes with all their designs. Now I know you may be saying, what about Killer Croc? He changed in each game. Yes, some evolve, some get bigger, some, do change. But what I'm saying is they all have this really cohesive design that all fits together with the landscape. Now, I figured we'd start this off and we'd knock out the Arkham Origins, and then we'll tune in a different day and we'll knock out these two together. I know these figures have been out for a little while, but I'd like to get them open and see how they look. So, I figured we'd get into this Batman first. I do hope that McFarlane continues down this road with making these McFarlane figures, or these Arkham figures, just like I've been saying that I wished Hot Toys would do the same, and they're delivering. They're doing it one at a time, but they're definitely delivering. Now, you can see this is what we get inside of our package. And I actually got some cool news that we're going to try out a different head on this Batman, and Karen and I will make it available to people. So, we got Batman Arkham Asylum video game 2009. Wow, that feels like a lifetime ago. Real name Bruce Wayne, height 6'2", weight 210 pounds. When his parents were gunned down in front of him, young Bruce Wayne resolved to rid Gotham City of the criminal element that took their lives. He trained extensively to achieve mental and physical perfection. In addition to mastering martial arts, detective techniques, and criminal psychology, dressing as a bat to prey on criminals' fears, Batman fights crime with the aid of specialized gadgets, vehicles operating out of his secret Batcave below Wayne Manor. So you get this concept picture of him from the Arkham series. Very cool. Now, these are both two figures. Well, I guess I should say Hot Toys did an Arkham City Batman, where this would be an Arkham Asylum Batman, and the design kind of carries over, but not quite. Some little things did change. And I will say I'm extremely excited about the Prime 1 statue that they released, where it's like suit version 783. I don't know, I knew it a few weeks ago, but I've kind of been tuning out. So, as you can see here, this is actually a pretty cool figure. I had passed on these for quite a while because I wasn't sure about them until I decided we will be getting all the McFarlane figures. And you can see his cape's got some texture on the inside. Very cool, giving you a leather look to a cape. The back, I really dig how that's going to kind of fan out at the bottom for him to stand there. I dig this little bunching up around his back. You can see our trap muscles going right into the back of our neck. You can see right here our shoulder. So it's just like all the others. We got an inside and outside shoulder joint. Bends. We got a joint right by the bicep and tricep. We got his elbow joints. Now, I will say this is not a double joint. It used to be one here and one here. I guess that's more of a new figure thing, or just not him. wrist joint, moves around with a ball joint. Got the gauntlets. We got his belt. He twists at the ribs and he twists at the waist as well. You can see it moving around a little bit in there. Our legs, we got 2 joints inside there. Our knee, oh, I'm always so scared to bend these sometimes when they're fresh. Our knee is a double joint, very cool. And we move at our ankle with a ball joint. Now, you may ask why I do this every single time is because every time I make a video, that might be someone's first video. So, we got a grapple hook. We got this grenade. Get ourselves a battering. Ow. And we got the little grapple gun. Very cool. This is like the claw where you would shoot it and hook people and pull them towards you. So this isn't a hook at all. This is a folded up battering, I just noticed. But very cool. What I dig about this one is it looks to be the right size for him to hold it. I have noticed, if you look in here, this gun is absolutely not the right size for this Batman to hold it. That gun looks like it belongs to a 1/4 almost character, but I do have a file for this one. We shall fix it, make a smaller one for him. All right, so that's our Batman right there. Pop open our Joker. I did think there was something a little off with his face, especially after owning the Hot Toy one, but I mean, you can't really compare the two. They're completely different ballparks. We got the Joker right here, voiced by Mark Hamill, which I know everyone's super excited about the Mandalorian with Mark Hamill coming back to reprise his role as a Skywalker, as Luke, a deserving fitting setting for him. I've never seen episode 8, but I know people absolutely hate his depiction in it, which wasn't his fault. But Batman Arkham Asylum, real name unknown, height 6 foot, weight 160 pounds. An insanely homicidal supervillain, the Joker's white skin, green hair, and blood red lips belly the chaotic nature underlying his cartoonish appearance. The self-styled clown prince of crime has no superpowers beyond a capacity for incredible violence and a skill at creating deadly mayhem. He frequently concocts elaborate schemes to entrap his arch nemesis, Batman. You can see right there, those cards very good together, very fitting. Fun just to give you something else to kind of collect. Kind of like a real back in the day thing too, when they would give you cards with your toys. All right, already I really feel like it's crazy, but you can see all this texture, and this is coming straight at you. Just knowing this toy, I literally think they used the exact same legs on him. They did. They changed the... No. They look about the exact same. So, they took the same leg design with our old... Or this is the newer Joker, actually. And they just put it right over. But I mean, if it works for Joker, it works. So, I guess not much to complain about there. You can see that they took his... part right here, and it's just black instead. It's the exact same. Pretty crazy. I wonder if anyone else actually noticed that. All right, with that aside, so that means this Joker, we got this double knee joint, and that's what I was so impressed about with that other Joker, is he actually looks good sitting down like that. Like, that's pretty cool that he can do that. And his toes can bend to incorporate that. If you can see down there, it's pretty cool. Right away, I was so impressed with the texture on this other figure, but you can see that that texture came from this figure. You can see all this little texture in here. It really reminds me of the Prime 1 Studio Arkham Knight Joker statue they did. You can see all this texture in his back. So they definitely had to change up his coat. They're not the same, obviously. His arms are not the same either. I would say all the way until his forearm joint is the same, and then they changed it. But we get the double shoulder joint. Yeah, that's to kind of cover up and hide his rotator in here and everything. We get a double elbow joint with him. Very cool. We get a wrist that rotates, and check out that face. Now, getting it out of package, it is a good sculpt. I do like it, but he needs some paint on there, I think. He needs a little weathering. He's just a little too bright white, I think. When you look at the Arkham Joker, he's missing a little grit to him. Overall though, you can see right here, our waist twists. Oh, I wonder if the belt, nah, this guy doesn't have a belt. So their crotch area was changed, but their legs and part of their arms stay the same. But I mean, if it's the same character, it kind of makes sense. All right, now our weapons. Got a gun. We got these artificial teeth, or these little, wind up teeth. There we go, one mouth shut, one mouth open. I gotta say, I absolutely dig these figures. I do think they look good. I've seen a lot of people customize this Batman, and he looks really good. We'll have to kind of mess around with them. I know that these ones are plentiful at your local Walmart. That joint, it is a little shocking that he's not double arm jointed there, but and Joker is, which is kind of crazy. Oh God, there we go. I guess it's finesse over brute force. I would say though, when you want to pose him a certain way, I guess his cape is flexible enough that it will allow you to do so. Very cool. Let's go ahead and pop this. Yeah. That is a bit of a fight there. And, you know what? Huh. Our hands are the same. Just painted differently. And I had said so much how I loved the texture to this Joker. I thought the glove texture was really nice. You can see it's the same there, but this is where it gave it away. Look at these hands. Same sculpt. Same exact hand sculpt. But very cool. I think with this one, you could probably pop his teeth up in that hand. And it's funny because that's how I have the Hot Toys Joker posed. There we go. Oh, he is soft. You know, I never talked about this until I started messing around with the Robins and stuff. But he is soft on the inside. That is definitely just hiding his joints, and it makes for more posability. You can really see me squishing him up there. But yeah. These toys are sweet. I like them. I mean, when you're paying 20 bucks for a figure and they are looking this well, and I mean, Todd McFarlane, his outlook on these things is what I love. He's always saying how he wants to give you the most plastic he can for 20 bucks give you the biggest toy, the most bang for your buck and stuff like that. I've always loved Todd McFarlane. I think he's such a cool guy. I think he does some really good stuff, and I absolutely am happy that his DC toy line is thriving. I am more than happy for him. Now, a lot of you may have heard this story before, but it serves as endless validation for me. A long time ago, I was part of the Spawn forums on, spawn.com. And no matter where you are, there's always going to be the people, well, let's just say this. The internet likes to talk a lot of shit. And, I was pretty new to the internet back then. I had just moved in with my parents for a little bit, coming back to Thornton and everything when I was in Thornton. But I was on the Spawn forums late at night. That's when Hot Toys was just picking up, about 2000, let's say, 2011-ish. So Hot Toys was getting big 2008, 2009, 2010, to the point where you could almost buy every Hot Toy that came out. But I was around on the Spawn forums, and one time I said, could you imagine if Todd McFarlane had made a Joker or picked up a Batman line? And I got ridiculed to no end, telling me how stupid that was, and DC would never let that happen, and this and that. I know it's a long time later, but it's happening. But all in all, I think these toys are absolutely awesome. I think they're very cool. I like that we get a folded up Batarang, but I don't really know what you would do with it. You can see back here, little pouches continue around his back. I really think Hot Toys should make us an Arkham Asylum Batman, because they did Arkham City, and I know they're pretty close to each other, but they are slightly different. It's kind of nice because this cape helps you pose him. Like it gives some extra balance there. I was gonna say, I don't think that's gonna fit in that hand. It'll have to go on that one. But I dig it. I don't really know if I would ever use these guns in them. Probably just the Batarangs and stuff like that. And I kind of dig him holding both of these. Let me show you something real quick. Alright, so just for comparison's sake, and I know this is a completely unfair comparison, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. We got the Hot Toys Arkham Asylum Joker, and we got the McFarlane one. I mean, they stack up very well together when this is $20 and that's $220. You can see what I'm saying. This is an excellent figure. Now, real quick, so it's kind of funny. This Thomas Wayne head is much too small for him. But what I was getting at, this is his normal head, and the ball joint was stuck in it, so I wasn't going to fight it. But this, I need to size this head down just a little bit, like 2-3%. But yeah, this head will look really good on him, I think. It's going to look excellent on him, actually. And then there's this other one that's much like Arkham Origins, which would be too small for him. This is just kind of more sized. Oh, jeez. This is just kind of more sized for a different Batman. But yeah, have to drop the percent about 2-3%, do it on the next pass of printing, and we'll get that checked out. Well, guys, that is your Arkham Asylum figures. As you can see, they are excellent. We got some really cool accessories with them. I almost passed on these, but I am absolutely happy I did not do that. I think they're very cool figures. So far, we are not missing a single McFarlane figure except for the gold re-releases of some of these, I believe. Any of them that are out at the moment we have. And I plan to keep doing that. I think it's going to be awesome to have the whole DC line. These toys are killer. I think they're amazing. If you've seen some of my other videos, you would see that we did these other ones. We got the Flash and the Red Death back here. One of my personal favorites is the White Knight Batman. You can kind of see a size comparison, but I think this figure's so sweet in general. If you haven't seen him, go watch my video where I opened him, Joker, and Azrael. Absolutely killer figures. But let me know what you think about these figures. Let me know if you're going to buy them. Let me know if you own them. I am behind on these. I got a bunch more we'll be doing. we'll soon be doing these other ones. But let me know what you think about these. Let me know what you thought about this video and share it with your friends. Let your friends see this, and if you haven't already, please subscribe so you can get these videos as soon as they come out. But I wish you all a happy new year. I hope you have a great Saturday and keep buying toys.